Hello all, I am the Hole and Phantom, and for today's video we're going to have something a little bit different. It's going to be a live TCG battle, featuring a Wigglytuff deck versus a Potpourri deck, represented here by Mewtwo. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the battle. And we're off! Both players flip their starting Pokemon, and it looks like Wigglytuff starting off with the Lickitung as the active, while Potpourri starts with Electabuzz. Wigglytuff's side goes first, starts off by benching Jigglypuff as one of the basic Pokemon, and then playing Bill to draw 2 cards. Some thought process going on the Wigglytuff side. Let's see, it's going to be the first attachment of the game, Fire, going to Lickitung, and it's going to attack with a Tongue Wrap attack. Does 10 damage and flips. Lands Tail, so it does nothing, otherwise it would have paralyzed the Electabuzz. Potpourri's turn now, benches a Mewtwo, and attaches a Rainbow Energy to Electabuzz, dealing 10 damage, and attacking with Thundershock. So Lickitung is paralyzed while taking 10 damage as well. Back to Wigglytuff's side, player draws a card. Let's see what they're going to do. Alright, looks like it's going to be a Fire Energy to the Jigglypuff, and then a pass for the turn, as it can't attack. So, back to Potpourri's side, draw a card, benching a Doduo, and then a second Rainbow Energy to Electabuzz, taking another 10 damage. Attacking with Thunder Punch. What was the flip? Couldn't see what the flip was. 30, 40. Okay, it looks like it was a heads. So 40 damage coming into Lickitung. Now it's not paralyzed this turn, so it can attack. Let's see what Wigglytuff's side is gonna do. Some thoughts going on there. Looks like it's gonna be a Super Potion, healing all that 40 damage that Electabuzz just landed. There has to be an attachment. There it goes. So an attach and a discard to use the cost of Super Potion, essentially undoing Electabuzz's last turn. Tongue Wrap attack does another 10 damage, lands another tail, so no paralysis yet. And Potpourri plays Energy Removal, getting rid of the Fire Energy from the Lickitung, and attacking with Thunder Punch. Lands tails this time, so hits for 30 damage on the Lickitung, but Electabuzz also does 10 damage to itself. Turn back to Wigglytuff's side, draws a card. Some thought process going on here. It's hard to know what they're doing when they're off camera like this. Oh, here we go. Energy Retrieval. It's going to discard a card to get 2 Fire Energies back from the discard pile. So the 2 energies that was discarded last turn. One of them, I assume it's going to come back into the Lickitung. Yeah, there it is. Fire back on Lickitung. And attacking again with Tongue Wrap. Finally, lands heads, paralyzes the Electabuzz, and now it's 10 damage away from being knocked out. Looks like Electabuzz is going down in the following turn. And on Potpourri's side, a third Rainbow Energy, this time going onto the Mewtwo, putting the 10 damage on it. Passes the turn, Electabuzz is healthy again. Wigglytuff's side draws. Still no more Pokemon on the Wigglytuff side. Or a Wigglytuff itself, it's just a lone Jigglypuff sitting on the bench. Luckily, Lickitung has a pretty high HP cap, and it's really good for stalling, so here we go. Tongue Wrap knocks out Electabuzz, takes the first prize of the game. Let's see if it's going to be something good. Potpourri's side promotes the Doduo, as it has a free retreat cost, giving some options for the following turn. Potpourri, yes, is going to retreat the Doduo, promote Mewtwo, and there's the attack. Energy Absorption. Getting back the 2 discarded Rainbow Energies that were in the Electabuzz earlier, powering up its Cyburn for the next attack. Wigglytuff's side plays another Bill, draws another 2 cards. Let's see if they play any more Pokemon this turn. There we go. Okay, so we're going to have a second Jigglypuff and a second Lickitung. Fire Energy going onto the freshly benched Jigglypuff. And Lickitung's going to attack. Tongue Wrap, successful heads roll. So 10 damage and Mewtwo is paralyzed. Back to Potpourri, plays Bill, draws 2 cards, benches another Mewtwo. Looks like Potpourri's side is thinking about what to do next. Oh, they're just going to pass the turn. Mewtwo could not attack, so back to Wigglytuff, draws a card. Gonna be honest here. Both players are having pretty slow starts. Okay, so Fire to the bench Lickitung. Tongue Wrap, 10 damage but tails. So Mewtwo is not paralyzed. Back to Potpourri side, draws. Here we go, plus power. 2 plus powers! Alright, so it's gonna boost the attack to 60. Really it's gonna boost it just to 30 because Wigglytuff is resistant to psychic type attacks. So it only does 30 damage. I missed something there. It was super energy removal, targeting the bench Jigglypuff. And then Professor Oak, drawing a fresh hand of 7 cards. Let's see if they draw something better. Here we go, Dodrio hits the field. Dodrio has the Pokemon Power Retreat Aid. Retreat Aid? Yeah, that's what it's called. Reducing the retreat cost of all Pokemon on its side by 1, so both Mewtwo now have a retreat cost of 1. Mewtwo hits Sideburn for 30 damage back to Wigglytuff's side. Wigglytuff draws. I assume they're going to attach a Fire Energy to the Jigglypuff, as it was discarded last turn. Yep, I was right, there it is. Any evolutions yet? No, no evolutions yet. Lickitung attacks, lands heads, so Mewtwo is paralyzed again. A second Doduo comes onto the bench, and once that Doduo evolves, everything on the Potpourri side is going to have a free retreat cost. Okay, passes the turn, going back to Wigglytuff's side. Let's see what the play is going to be. I gotta say, this Lickitung has been really good at stalling out the opponent. Oh, here we go. Looks like it's going to be a double colorless energy onto the Jigglypuff, getting it ready to evolve. Though it's still no Wigglytuff. Lickitung attacked, landed Tails on the tongue wrap, so no paralysis this turn. Potpourri side plays Computer Search, discards 2 cards. Couldn't see what the cards were, but they're going to search something out now. Here we go, they've searched out a Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan's going to be really good going up against all these colorless types, as they're all weak to fighting-type Pokemon. Yep, and Hitmonchan's... Wait, what happened there? Oh, that was a misplay! Mewtwo discarded 2 energies to retreat. It only should have discarded 1 because the Dodrio on the bench had the retreat aid. Like it doesn't really affect much of the gameplay. Hitmonchan knocked out the Lickitung with its jab attack, hitting for 40 damage with a single energy, as Lickitung is weak to fighting-type Pokemon. Back to Wigglytuff's side, promoting the second Lickitung. Let's see what the play is going to be on the Wigglytuff side. It's going to be Nightly Garbage Run. Let's see what the cards are going to be. Oh, couldn't tell. I assume it's going to be the Lickitung and a couple of energies, because that's pretty much all they had in the discard pile. Shuffling the deck. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, now let's see if this Lickitung can last as long as the last one did. Like I said earlier, Lickitung is really good for stalling. Pretty high HP, cheap attack. It doesn't do much damage, but if it keeps landing heads for its attack to paralyze the opponent, opponent's not going to be able to do much. It's going to be another DCE coming onto the second Jigglypuff, so they're both fully powered up to go into Wigglytuff. Here we go! Professor Oak to draw a fresh hand of 7 new cards. Let's see if a Wigglytuff finally comes down. There's the cards being drawn. Deck comes back down. Any Wigglytuff yet? Thoughts going on? It's going to be a Magmar. The first fire Pokemon. Energy removal comes down, stripping away the fighting energy from the Hitmonchan, so it won't be able to attack unless it has another fighting energy waiting in the hand. And Lickitung attacks with Tongue Wrap. Lands heads, so Hitmonchan is paralyzed. Will not be able to attack next turn, even if it did have an energy. Back to Potpourri side. Looks like players going to the discard pile. Thoughts going on. Okay, just checking the discard pile again. Okay, looks like Potpourri's playing Nightly Garbage Run also. Shuffling away, shuffling back 2 fighting energies and an Electabuzz. Here we go, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. What else is going on? And next is going to be an item finder, discarding 2 cards to search out the Professor Oak. And plays Professor Oak. Oh, like that. Both players essentially did the same move, starting off with Nightly Garbage Run and then following up with Professor Oak. Okay, Potpourri benches Electabuzz. Lightning Energy to Electabuzz. Evolves a second Doduo. So now there's 2 Dodrio on the opponent's side. Sorry, opponent. Potpourri side. So now all their Pokemon have a free retreat cost. Okay, passes the turn. Back to Wigglytuff. Player draws. Thoughts going on? Nothing. No attachment, no evolution, no Pokemon. Tongue Wrap lands heads. Hitmonchan is now paralyzed, takes 10 damage. Back to Potpourri side. Player draws. Nothing! Wow. No energy, nothing. No play. Sorry, no trainers played. Back to Wigglytuff's side. Player draws. Anything? Wow, both players played Professor Oak to draw a fresh hand of 7 new cards, and it looks like both of them didn't really get very much. Okay, there's another Professor Oak coming down. Is this gonna be the one that finally gets us a Wigglytuff? It has been a pretty long time. Okay, there we are. 7 brand new cards. Any more Pokemon coming down? Let's see. Nope! Still no Wigglytuff! Wow, that's amazing. Tongue Wrap, 10 damage, no paralysis. Hitmonchan is retreating. Again, it has a free retreat cost because of both Dodrios on the bench, promoting the Electabuzz. Second Lightning Energy to Electabuzz. Looks like it's going to go for the Thunder Punch attack. Thunder Punch rolls. Heads. Hits for 40 damage. So it looks like Electabuzz is able to do what Hitmonchan wasn't able to do. And finally, Wigglytuff comes into the field. There we go. So once Lickitung gets removed from the active spot, it's got a pretty hefty retreat cost of 3. So I'd say it's not really worth trying to retreat it manually. Just let it get knocked out while other Pokemon get built up on the bench. So Lickitung's going to attack. Lands Tail, so 10 damage but no paralysis. What's going on with Jigglypuff? Oh, just rearranging the energy. Potpourri plays Computer Search, discarding a Mewtwo and a Professor Oak to search. What's the player going to search out? Super Energy Removal! Oh, it's going to strip away the energy from the Wigglytuff. Yep. Discarding Rainbow Energy from the damaged Mewtwo on the bench. Target the Wigglytuff that just came into play, getting rid of all its energy. Wow, that was pretty harsh. And it looks like Electabuzz just attacked. Thunder Punch, so roll the heads for 40 damage. Confusion there, only landed 20. There, okay, there's the other 20, so 40 damage. Lickitung is down to 10 HP. Back to Wigglytuff's side, player draws a card. Yeah, they're gonna have to start powering up this Wigglytuff again. Yeah, there it is. Fire energy back onto Wigglytuff. Hopefully there's another double colorless energy in hand. Okay, Lickitung attacks. Tongue Wrap, 10 damage, and lands head, so Electabuzz is paralyzed. Fighting energy. Oh! A second super energy removal, targeting one of the Jigglypuffs, so all its energy is now stripped away. Wow, that is cruel. 4 energy stripped away in just 2 turns. Okay, player passes. Wigglytuff side benches Scyther now. A great Pokemon to have. Free retreat cost, 70 HP, and resistant to Hitmonchan. Lickitung attacks. Lands Tails, so only 10 damage, no paralysis. Looks like Lickitung will be going down this turn. Potpourri side, going through the discard pile. Trying to find some options. Any energy coming down? Looks like there's no energy coming down, but it does attack. Looks like just a Thunder Shock, so it doesn't have to risk any recoil damage. Lickitung is finally knocked out. And Scyther is promoted. Back to Wigglytuff's side. Player draws a card. Yep, there's the... Which one is that? That's the 4th double colorless energy. It looks like they've all been played. And perfect timing, too. Okay, so it looks like Wigglytuff is finally coming into the field. Scyther does have their free retreat cost, so... Goes back into the bench. Wigglytuff is promoted. And it does have the Do the Wave attack. Does 10 damage plus 10 more for every benched Pokemon. So hitting for a total of 50 right now. And yeah, that's a knockout. Electabuzz is knocked out. Potpourri plays Mewtwo. And Pokemon Center. So everything on its side of the field is now healed. It looks like that misplay from earlier is now corrected, as even if Mewtwo still had an energy attached, the Pokemon Center would have just discarded it anyway. Benches Electabuzz, energy retrieval, discarding another Mewtwo and getting back a fighting energy and a lightning energy. Okay, fighting energy to Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan is promoted. Again, everything on Potpourri's side has a free retreat cost, and Hitmonchan is going to attack for weakness with a jab attack for 40 damage. Jab is really good as it's able to take down Wigglytuff in just 2 attacks. Back to Wigglytuff's side, player draws a card. It looks like it's not quite enough damage to one-hit KO the Hitmonchan. There we go, okay, that's a full bench now. Do the Wave will be hitting for 60 damage, just 10 damage short of a one-hit KO on this Hitmonchan, unless Wigglytuff has a plus power. Let's see what the Wigglytuff site's gonna do. Oh, there it is, plus power! Boosting the attack of Do the Wave to an even 70, so that will be a one-hit KO on Hitmonchan. Is there going to be any other energy coming down? Looks like there's still some thoughts going on the Wigglytuff side. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a item finder. So discarding 2 cards to search out something. I can't really tell what they're looking for. Let's see. Well, it looks like once this Hitmonchan goes down, the next Pokemon to come up probably has to be the Electabuzz, as both Mewtwo aren't going to be doing a solid amount of damage to the Wigglytuff because it is resistant to Psychic Pokemon. And Dodrio, they're not really meant to be used as attackers. So yeah, the obvious choice has to be the Electabuzz. Ideally, Potpourri should be getting a second Hitmonchan to knock out this Wigglytuff. Okay, it looks like Wigglytuff got back the energy retrieval. Discarded a card, getting 2 fire energies back from the discard pile. Let's see where one of those... Yeah, there it is. Fire energy coming back onto the middle Jigglypuff. Looks like it's going to be powered up to potentially evolve soon. Okay, Do the Wave knocks out Hitmonchan in 1 attack. And yep, there's Electabuzz. Called it. A second Electabuzz comes down, lightning onto the active one, Professor Oak. Player draws 7 new cards. Let's see. Is one of these going to be a Hitmonchan? Potpourri really needs a Hitmonchan to knock out this Wigglytuff. Unless this Electabuzz can paralyze with a Thunder Shock attack. Does it? No! Lands Tails. Only 10 damage. Wigglytuff is not paralyzed. Back to Wigglytuff. Again, it's going to be needing a plus power to get a one-hit KO. Otherwise, Electabuzz is going to have a second chance to attack the Wigglytuff and knock it out. Let's see, is there going to be a second Wigglytuff finally coming down? Another plus power. Yep, there's a third energy onto Jigglypuff, so it looks like both Jigglypuff on the bench are now fully ready to evolve into Wigglytuff. Player plays Item Finder, probably to get back the plus power. Yep, there it is, plus power to get a one-hit KO on the Electabuzz, and followed by a Professor Oak. So drawing a fresh hand of 7 new cards. We're gonna see another Wigglytuff. Man, I am obsessed with Wigglytuff. They're not coming down. I want to see more Wigglytuff. This is a Wigglytuff deck. We've only seen 1. Granted, this 1 is been sweeping so far. I mean, I say sweeping, it's only knocked out 1 Pokemon. But it's about to knock out a second one. Is there a second Wigglytuff coming down? No! No Wigglytuff, but the active one does get a one-hit KO on Electabuzz with Do the Wave for 70 damage. Potpourri's side promotes the second Electabuzz, or the next Electabuzz. I don't know how many have been played so far. Is there a Hitmonchan? Looks like no Hitmonchan has come down yet. Players counting the amount of cards left in deck, and it looks like there's only 4 cards left in the entire deck. So yeah, it looks like he's going to have to take a knockout every turn just to not deck out. Yeah, it's not looking good for Potpourri. Lightning Energy to Electabuzz to hopefully paralyze the Wigglytuff, and... No! Tails again! 10 damage, no paralysis. Back to Wigglytuff's side, draws a card, and looks like Wigglytuff is also running pretty low on cards. Oh, there's a plus power! Yeah, right away. Another KO taken by Wigglytuff. I tell you, this Wigglytuff is a monster. This Wigglytuff is more tough than Wiggly. Oh! Here we go. Energy removal, stripping away the double colorless energy from the Wigglytuff. It will not be able to do the wave on the following turn. As we have seen that all the double colorless energies have been removed from its side of the field. Sorry, have been played on its side of the field, so it's going to have to take 2 turns to power up again. Potpourri plays Item Finder, discarding... Looks like players having trouble figuring out which cards to discard. Discarding a Lightning and a Gust of Wind. They get back... What are they getting back? What can they get back? Only 3 cards left in deck. Oh, here we go. Nightly Garbage Run, just to put 3 more cards back into the deck, buying 3 more turns. Hitmonchan and Fighting Energy. Probably a second Fighting Energy. Lightning Energy. Oh, I guess there's no Fighting Energy left in the discard pile. So, Hitmonchan, Fighting, and Lightning back into the deck, buying player 3 more turns. Shuffle, shuffle. Mewtwo won't be able to attack. I mean, it will be able to attack, it just won't be able to do any damage. Energy Absorption, getting back 2 energy to start attacking on the following turn. That's unless Wigglytuff can take another one-hit KO. Actually, it can't even attack. It's only got 1 energy. All I can do is Lullaby, put the Mewtwo to sleep. And it looks like the Wigglytuff side is down to 3-4 cards, so... Yeah, both players are running really low on cards in their deck. If either one of these decks out, they automatically lose. That's how the game is played. Well, not automatically. On the turn that they're no longer able to draw, that's when they lose. Oh, it looks like attachment to the active Wigglytuff to retreat. Jigglypuff comes up. This is going to be the second Wigglytuff coming into play. It is! A fresh Wigglytuff comes into play, fully powered up and ready to go. Is there going to be a plus power on this side to get a one-hit KO on the Mewtwo? Looks like players... Nope, it's just an energy removal. So it looks like there's no plus power. Otherwise, I'm sure they would have played it. A second energy removal. Stripping away 2 energy from the Mewtwo, essentially undoing what the energy absorption did last turn. So Mewtwo will not be able to attack on the following turn. Or, sorry, rather, it won't be able to deal any damage on the following turn. No plus power, just do the wave for 60. Mewtwo is down to 10 HP. Back to Potpourri side, player draws. Yeah, just gonna retreat. Having some trouble figuring out which one to send in. Just another Mewtwo's coming back in. And player passes, there's no energy. Looks like that's gonna be the play, just shifting in and out. So Wigglytuff cannot take any knockouts. It looks like the plan is to stall out Wigglytuff until it decks out. And oh, it doesn't matter! Gust of Wind is going to bring up the benched Mewtwo with the damage on it, and that's going to be the game right there. Wigglytuff, do the wave, knocks out Mewtwo, takes the final prize, and there's a handshake. Wigglytuff wins it all. Wow, that was a pretty good game, huh? Who would have thought that Wigglytuff could be so brutal? Well, you know the usual stuff. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video to help the channel grow. And let me know down in the comments below what you thought of the battle and any other kinds of videos you might want to see in the future. Thanks for watching, everyone, and until next time, this is the Hole and Phantom logging out.